WBRC Fox 6 News. First Alert Weather Extra starts now.
Welcome into First Alert Weather Extra. Chief Meteorologist Wes Wyatt. Some incredible weather to start the week. It was very windy yesterday. Today, still kind of breezy across the area. Let's take you to those First Alert Weather headlines. And with the breeze factored in tonight, kind of cool, chilly out there. Not expecting frost or freezing temperatures. So if you did put in some extra work on the garden over the weekend, no worries there. Not expecting any trouble as far as freezing conditions overnight. The next big thing will be a chance for rain coming back late on Friday. A few storms possible with that system. Looks like the main severe risk is going to set up to our west. I want to show you some of the new data coming in showing the low temperatures over the next 10 days. And check out Monday morning. Yeah, this is GFS data showing 37 there early on Monday, which that model, it's often the colder scenario with respect to the global data, but it certainly wouldn't surprise me to see some upper 30s in the next Monday morning across the Tennessee Valley. Likely that's going to be kind of the calmer start to the day, drier after that system that we're talking about going into the weekend. So something else and the long range that we're keeping a watch on there. But here's a live look from Gadsden. In this view earlier, all the trees you see here, they were just swaying along with that wind, but it's really settled down here closer to sunset time. Temperature-wise, 68 here in Haleyville and Coleman, and Center at 68 degrees, and Rockford to the south, 69 Clanton. Had a couple of weather watchers, Sarah Porter over in Oatman reported 60s for highs today, so we stay a little bit cooler there outside of Jasper. Here's a look at this hourly forecast. By 9 o'clock, we'll see lots of 50s there on the map. And then again, overnight lows tonight will be taking the big tumble down into the 40s. So we do have the first alert for a colder start early tomorrow morning. Coming up after the break, I'll take you through that 7-day forecast. We'll take a closer look at what's happening there. Also later in the show, we're checking in on what's happening around the country and checking out some first alert weather photos as we continue here on Weather Extra.
We know weather can be grab the umbrella or jogging shoes, but it's so much more. It's a science, an art, led by knowledge and experience.
And no one has more of that than a WBRC First Alert weather team.
Warning you first with more hours committed to you. And the first forecast built to see weeks, days, and even minutes ahead, right down to where you live. From the team you trust on your favorite screen.
Doing the weather better. The WBRC First Alert weather team always on your side.
Some people may think you're overreacting. Some may ask, is there a storm coming? That's okay, because knowing the first alert has helped you beat the rush. Being prepared puts you in control and changes the what if to you're okay. Knowing first is everything. First Alert Weather.
If you have plans for this weekend, we have a first alert for a wintry mix.
When you need to know next week, tomorrow, or even right now, the WBRC First Alert Weather Team is always on your side, whenever and wherever you need us. This is why we First Alert.
What a beautiful day out there. Sunshine, a little bit cooler for us. So many times it's like we jump right into summertime. So it is nice to enjoy some pleasant seasonal weather. 72 right now in Tuscaloosa. Live look from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Winds west at 5 to 10. We've got the 8A game coming up. The annual spring scrimmage. Always a big turnout there at Bryant-Denny Stadium for Saturday. We're going to be watching for that chance of rain Saturday morning. But we should get that out of here just in time for the game the way it looks right now. But keep a watch on Weather Extra right here throughout the week. Current wind speeds have lessened up. A little bit of a breeze still around Lake Tuscaloosa. You'll really notice it out there. Or if you're enjoying a boat ride there, winds at about 5 to 10, a little bit higher there along the waters. And then checking out the breeze here, you can see around Gardendale, just some pick locations here. Wind has really settled down, though. Earlier, I was seeing some gusts places like Bessemer and back through Pinson. We were seeing 20-plus mile-per-hour wind gusts, and still you can see kind of breezy here around Center, and especially out here along Weiss Lake. But Jacksonville, back towards Anniston, we are enjoying sunshine, breezy, and temperatures in the low 70s. This is a live look, Blue Mountain here in East Alabama, and we got the blue sky to talk about for right now. That sky being mostly clear. Dew points have taken quite the tumble down into the 20s. With all the wind that we had yesterday and with the breeze picking up, it won't take long for some crispy conditions to develop out there, so be extra careful with respect to burning leaves or anything like that. Typically, those dangerous fire weather conditions, they can sneak up on you when these winds pick up like this. It's been very windy. It's kind of like having a hair dryer out there on everything. So yesterday and today it's been kind of breezy. Temperature wise, again, feeling pretty good right now. But before you head out, if you're heading out to the fair tonight, do grab the light jacket. You'll need it again later on with it being so dry. Those temperatures, it's kind of like that desert air, right? It just drops off quickly, more efficiently there with these drier conditions. Concord, at last check, 73. This is one of our first alert weather watchers, John Talbot. And if you're interested in becoming a weather watcher for us here at WBRC, just go to our website and look in the weather section. You'll see weather watchers. You can sign up right there, and we'll get you all signed up to report in. Tyler Young here in Trussville, 73 degrees, and our weather watcher in Oxford at last check, Jerry Peak had 74. We also saw some low 70s from Brandon Steele there in the Oxford area. So nice, comfortable conditions. 75 is where we should be for this time of the year. Tomorrow morning, though, a cold start, 40s to start the day. Look at these temperatures here. Pell City, Anniston in the mid-40s, Birmingham, and some of the colder spots like Jasper and back towards Gadsden, we could be as low as 43 early in the day. And it is tax day, but hey, I'll try to improve the mood a little bit here and bring in some more sunny weather. Again, we're expecting that nice weather to return. Afternoon temperatures topping out again close to 80 degrees during the afternoon, a mostly sunny sky. So here comes the next big thing, the next chance of rain, and this is from the GFS model, and actually the Euro data also lining up with this chance of rain coming in here Friday night and into Saturday. So all of our global data is in pretty good agreement that Friday night, Saturday morning is the next best chance for rain. But again, being this far out several days, do check in for updates. At this point, not expecting a major risk of severe weather. I'm seeing the greatest ingredients for severe weather yet again, setting up for areas back to the west. Places like Arkansas just can't catch a break as far as these severe weather threats go. But that system should be in a weakening stage as it moves in. But Saturday morning, a pretty good chance for those early morning, maybe a 5K plan for this weekend. Whatever plans are happening around the area, just note that Saturday you may run into some wet weather, a few storms possible. I'm still optimistic that we'll see this tapering off into the afternoon, and hopeful there we'll have some nice breaks for A-Day and also for the Magnolia Festival coming up. Fox 6, a big part of this in Gardendale. You can see 3 to 5 o'clock. Those temperatures out there will be still showing some low 70s, upper 60s, but it will cool off quite a bit Saturday night. We get another surge of colder air that's going to move in. It's going to be more noticeable during the overnights. Notice Saturday night into Sunday, 41. We did lower that temperature Sunday into Monday to 39 degrees. We've got Talladega coming up this weekend. The big race will be on WBRC Sunday. Should be a nice day. Dry weather expected, so we'll get that rain out of here on Saturday. And just looking beyond the 7-day, I will tell you, going through the rest of this month out into May, I didn't see freezing temperatures. I know we could see maybe some upper 30s for perhaps next week into Monday morning, especially across the Tennessee Valley. But as far as any widespread freeze threat, not seeing that, so I think we can say so long to the freezing temperatures for the most part here for the rest of this season. But it has been freezing, and we've seen some snow happening across parts of the country. We'll take you for a broader look at what's happening around the nation in our first alert forecast around the country. That's coming up next. Stay with us.
Does your bathtub look like this? Are you constantly cleaning your shower, but the stains and discoloration just won't go away? Or maybe you're just hoping to freshen up your bathroom with something new and modern. If this is you, you may be planning on attending one of the local home shows. Well, stay tuned. Today I'm joined by Kirsten with a special announcement that's going to make the whole project easier and more affordable. Kirsten.
So Joe, we know that people are busier than ever right now. The last thing they want to do is spend hours of time on the weekend fighting traffic and all the long lines at the home shows. Well, to save time, folks should give us a call right now and get this limited time offer. We're taking 20% off all shower and bath projects, and we're offering some amazing financing. It's 12 months of no payments and no interest. That means you don't need to pay a penny on your project until an entire year after your installation is complete.
So you're saying if I start my project now, I don't have to put any money down, I get 20% off the entire project, and you're offering no payments, no interest financing for a full year. That's pretty incredible.
It really is. We understand that most people have a long list of renovations that they want to do around the house, so we're making it easier than ever to knock out that shower project right now.
That's fantastic. Well, Kirsten, how else are you making this whole project easy?
So Joe, people's biggest fear when doing a project like this is picking out something they're not going to be happy with. Well, we eliminate that fear by bringing the home show to you. When you give us a call, we'll send one of our shower and bath experts out for a free in-home design consultation. They'll bring an iPad and a sample kit to let you design the shower or bath of your dreams. Before the appointment is over, you'll see what the new shower will look like, eliminating all of the guesswork out of the project.
Kirsten, thanks. Folks, call the number on your screen right now to speak with a West Shore Home representative and to receive this limited time offer. Call in now to get 20% off your shower or bath project. Plus, they're doing 12 months of no payments and no interest financing. That means you don't need to make your first payment until 12 months after your installation is complete. Call West Shore Home now.
Well, while we're dealing with some nice sunny conditions, it's still the heart of winter, or at least it seems like that across parts of the country. A rare late season snowstorm impacting parts of, well, not so rare, but a late season storm across parts of the Great Lakes region. You can see here from Winona, Minnesota. This was actually shared by Jennifer McAfee, one of our First Alert weather watchers, has a friend there, Jolene Dance, sharing and letting us show you some of these photos. But if you can see here, the measuring tape, that is the 1 foot mark, so quite a bit of snow, not just a dusting here, certainly the real deal across parts of the country. There's another view, and you can see it was one of those heavy wet snows too, just collecting on everything. Look at the trees there, but what a beautiful view. You know, we didn't really see a big snow event for our area this season, but you know, there's always next season, right? We do have years like this, but thankfully, at least we're not dealing with anything like this. This would have our area shut down right now with this kind of snow. But look at the collection there on the back porch and the view there through the trees. And it's still snowing by Green Bay. You can see here across parts of Wisconsin and the Great Lakes region that northwest flow. And a lot of times what happens, you get this northwest flow, and if the wind moves across the Great Lakes there at the certain angle at a certain fetch and picks up that moisture, it sets the ingredients together for lake effect snow. There's a kind of a checklist there for all these different ingredients that you need for lake effect snow. It's got to be the perfect recipe, but it certainly happens a lot in this part of the country. But we're expecting this area to continue to deal with the snowy weather. That system will eventually pull away. It looks like another big snow event can move into the northwest part of the country, but you can see there south of Duluth, you can see those 10-inch, but look at that, that's showing over 20 inches there. Some of the snow products from upper portions of Minnesota from that latest setup there. Quite the winter storm, 29 right now in Minneapolis. As for us, though, again, I mentioned tonight we're going to have some 40s here across the deep south down into Florida. Look at that, Tampa, low temperatures overnight, 57 degrees. So even down into Florida, that's kind of cool this time of year. You can see the northwest, that next system moving in with those near freezing temperatures. Parts of the Cascades region could end up with another foot of snow. That's the kind of snow expected to happen in here, and perhaps in the parts of Montana, blizzard conditions setting up here over the next couple of days from that next Pacific Northwest system. As for our area, we again are going to stay dry here over the next couple of days. It's going to get really dry here across the southern plains back into Texas. Notice that, see that right there? That is a dry line here on the surface map. One of the big stories out here across the southern plains, it will be an increased fire risk. Looks like some extreme fire danger conditions setting up there. Although you can see there is a risk for a few hail producers, some strong storms, mostly here across parts of Kansas into the Omaha area. Just looking at tomorrow's storm outlook, it's a low-end risk there. The temperatures start to really warm up. You can see where those storms get going there. Looking ahead towards tomorrow, Wichita showing 84 degrees. But the first alert for Wednesday is going to be for some more storms in that region. You can see there, and we'll see that risk starting to slide further south Thursday and into Friday. You can see back into parts of Mississippi. As for us, well, looks like the risk is going to stay to the west. Once this system moves into our area, again, we mentioned into Saturday morning, should be a much weaker system. But that's what we're tracking there across the country as far as the temperatures and the precipitation outlook. The 6 to 10-day temperature outlook shows below average temperatures. I mean, obviously in this part of the country with all the snow I was showing you in some of those photos, you can see the eastern third, at least eastern half of the U.S. They're dealing with some below average temperatures, but above average back into the southwest. Shocker, right? In that part of the country. As we look ahead, though, to the precipitation, you can see that we are trending drier, and I mentioned this earlier. Just be careful out there, especially here in Alabama with these dry conditions, as windy as it's been here the past 24 to 48 hours. That's just really helped to dry things out quickly, and we didn't get quite as much rain over the weekend. We saw a lot of that rain stay south of our area as a system developed along the coast there Saturday night and into Sunday morning. So the rainfall has really backed off here lately, and looks like over the next few days more dry conditions. We'll see that rain coming back Friday night and into Saturday. I'll show you that 7-day forecast. Check in on some of those First Alert weather app photos after the break. Stay with us.
We heard the first alert. Mom says we have to go. She says I don't have time to grab any more toys.
Need to be in your tornado safe place. Get there right now as you have.
We have to get to our safe place because sometimes when you hear the siren, it's too late. That's why she says knowing first is everything.
We know weather can be grab the umbrella or jogging shoes, but it's so much more. It's a science, an art, led by knowledge and experience.
And no one has more of that than a WBRC First Alert weather team.
Warning you first with more hours committed to you. And the first forecast built to see weeks, days, and even minutes ahead, right down to where you live. From the team you trust on your favorite screen.
Doing the weather better. The WBRC First Alert weather team, always on your side.
The first alert is more than a warning. It's a promise. A promise to get you out of harm's way with plenty of time to spare. 4 walls and a roof can be replaced. Lives can't. That's why knowing first is everything. First Alert weather.
Well, so many lovely weather photos on the First Alert weather app, and thank you for sharing those with us. Here's a lovely photo. I was just going through our collection from over the weekend and a beautiful ride there through the Paint Rock Valley, and you can see this is from Tammy Sims. They're sharing this Paint Rock Valley, and let's go through some more here. You can see just a few of those puffy, looks like maybe some alto stratus type clouds out there. But everything's green already. I mean, everything looks so green and very vibrant. And these colors this time of the year, I notice even the crepe myrtles are starting to really, they're all bloomed out now. You can see the sky there, though, with that beautiful blue canvas, just really making those colors come out here and all the vegetation in these lovely photos. But there's another view from Tammy Sims. But lots of great pictures there. And we also have this lovely photo. This was Lake Martin out at Pell City. This is Lake Logan Martin in Pell City. If you're tuning in from from outside of Alabama. This is east of Birmingham, Alabama, in the Pell City area. This is in St. Clair County, and this was sent in from our First Alert weather watcher, Bobby Rose, sharing that view, but lovely sun there reflecting off the water. I guess there's been some good fishing weather here over the weekend as well for folks getting out there on the water. How about, let's see, Elia Pace sharing this from Fayetteville, Alabama, also from southeast of Birmingham. But what a view. A great weekend to get out there and enjoy. At least Saturday it wasn't quite as windy. I know some of those clouds moved in, but Saturday was a better day over the weekend to get out there on the water, maybe do a little fishing. But let's talk about the forecast as promised at 7 days, showing Friday 40% chance of rain. The way it looks right now, that's going to come in overnight and into Saturday morning. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, if you have a big project, you need to do some painting, you have some work being done outdoors on your home, looks like over the next several days we're going to enjoy some dry weather conditions, but that rain's coming back Friday night and into Saturday. That's what we got to watch, the next big thing, so check in for updates. We'll fine-tune the timing on that as we gather more model data over the next few days, but chilly tonight, but enjoy these nice warmer days that we're going to have here coming up through the middle of the week. I'm Chief Meteorologist Wes Wyatt. Thanks so much for joining us here on First Alert Weather Extra. You can watch weekdays right here on our streaming channels. We'll have more tomorrow night. We're going to check in with meteorologist Fred Hunter in tomorrow's episode. So join us then, and I'll see you tonight for more news starting at 9.